A number of years ago, I wrote a law that demanded that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, they redo their whole management plan for Lake Okeechobee. That was called LORS, now it's going to be called LOSOM. So LOSOM stands for Lake Okeechobee System Operating Manual, or you can think of it like the playbook for where they send water, how much water the Corps of Engineers sends, at what time of year they're sending that water. If the lake is at this level, do they send it to the East Coast, to the West Coast? Where do they send that water out of Lake Okeechobee? So after I got that bill signed into law that the Corps of Engineers has to redo their management plan for the lake, we've been working on it ever since. It has been an effort from stakeholders across the state and having anything to do with water. They had a chance to put in their input. And there was a team known as the Project Delivery Team of stakeholders. And one of the agencies on that was the National Marine Fisheries. And in those discussions, everybody had the opportunity to discuss what they thought was going right, what they thought was going wrong, what they thought should change. But now in the last hour, as we all thought that this plan was going to be implemented in summer of 2023, National Marine Fisheries came at the last second and said, no, we object. What you have going on right now is they're talking about the health of turtles, which is important. But they're only looking at it on one coast. They're not looking at dolphins, they're not looking at manatee, they're not looking at the seagrass in our Indian River Lagoon, they're not looking at the dolphins and manatee and sea turtles over here. They're only looking at it in one place. In my guess, I'm going to call this a guess, in my opinion, I think somebody in the sugar industry probably got to the Biden administration and that agency and said, this is a way that we can delay this from being implemented in year 2023 and just kick the can down the road a little further, because they don't really care how much the coastal estuaries get hurt. They only care that they get the water that they want. They're really not taking into account how management of Lake Okeechobee has year after year after year destroyed our coastal estuary. Progress is being made. We're going to continue to work on legislation. We're going to continue to fight the Corps. It's going to be better than it was year after year after year, and we're going to continue to be the biggest pain in their ass until they guarantee us clean water and stop sending that disgusting Lake Okeechobee water filled with blue-green algae out to our coastal estuary.